As the movie begins, we see a team of 9 people moving to a village to start their new company. This lady is their main senior and the rest is a team of 8 people. We also see Lena, the main character of the movie, along with her friend who likes her. When they get there, the place is so quiet that the team thinks it's a failed project, but the company and its manhead say no, it's going to be a successful project. And they both seemed very excited about the project. After seeing the place, the whole team goes to the hotel. Outside the hotel, 4 people welcome them, who are the owners of the hotel. And here we also see a girl who used to give tours to people in the hotel. Now after relaxing a bit they start planning about the project, and then Schiff sees that the gas is running out and he goes to the city to fill up the gas. Suddenly his car loses balance, and when he gets down, there is a piece of wood on top of his tire with long enough nails stuck in it, and now his tire is punctured. He suddenly hears someone crying from the forest. As he moves towards the forest, he sees a trap that has been set to trap someone. Suddenly someone comes from behind and hits him on the head with a hammer. Now the scene of the movie shifts back to the hotel where we see the team of 9 people designing the project. The senior head of the project says that once the mall is ready, we will market it so much that people from other cities will start staying here. When they sit down to eat, they are only given a slice of bread each because the chef hasn't returned yet. Now they start talking back to the project. Jor tells his team that I have thought that we will build flats here as well as our environment, which will attract people from other cities and more advertising of our mall. When Lena is going through all the bills, she sees that they have also taken a land from a farmer and didn't give him anything, to which she says this is very wrong. To which Joris says to her that you have also signed this bill, then why did you pass it? To which she says I have not signed any such bill. Joris tells Lena that you have amnesia. On the other hand, the hotel worker sits outside calmly and starts drinking. A man wearing a mask comes from behind and plunges the sword into his chest and strikes him on the face with a large stone, killing him on the spot, and ties his body to a stone and throws it into the water. Now we see in the house that Jor wears a strange costume and tries to make them laugh, but no one is happy to see him, which makes Jor angry. Joris sits in the kitchen. Senior head is next to him. She says why are you so sad? To which he says they are strange people, not happy at all, fighting all the time. Senior head says to Joris that you don't take tension at all, I will open the mole with you, to which he is happy. Next day they all reach the mole place. Lena says to her friend that I have not signed any paper, which mentions that the farmer will not be paid. His friend tells him that you don't need to take his tension anyway. Who is he alive now? He is dead. He hanged himself when the company landed him. He is very sad to hear all this. Now the tourist of the hotel prepares to take them to the forest. She takes all their mobiles and Jor's costume and puts them aside. As soon as they reach the forest, they play a variety of games to change their minds. Now the owner of the hotel was all alone in the hotel. There the masked man also comes. He takes the box of their mobiles and wears the costume of Jor. Now the owner of the hotel sees that someone has broken the Wi-Fi device and she gets quite scared. Masked man enters the room. The hostess of the hotel picks up the Choco and attacks him, but it has no effect. He picks up a frying pan and hits her on the head, knocking her unconscious, killing her quite brutally. Now we see a forest scene where they are all sitting together. The tourist asks Lena to take this slide to go from one place to another, but Lena is very afraid of these things. Joris says she's too scared, she could never do that. It starts making strange noises to annoy Lena. All of them start laughing at her, and this all makes Lena feel so bad that she goes back to the hotel fed up with all this. She goes to Jor's room and starts checking his laptop, only to find that Jor has indeed faked her signature. And he now finds out that Joris was giving farmer so little money that he hanged himself. Now she starts to copy all the data in her USB. By that time they all went back to the hotel. They come back and see the box with their phone, but it was already taken by the killer. They wonder who could do such a despicable thing. Then they start partying to change their mood. Now Lena takes her 2 friends and starts looking at all the data of Joris, who finds out that no company is going to invest here, and this property will not be fully ready as soon as the mole starts working. George will get a very good job abroad. That is, it was a ploy by the company and Jor to get a loan of a fairly large amount from the bank. Now that tourist girl goes to the kitchen looking for the owner of the hotel. There was blood everywhere in the kitchen. As she reaches the fridge, she opens the door to find the body of the hotel owner hanging badly and covered in blood. The masked man also attacks the girl on the head from behind, knocking her unconscious and smashing her head quite badly with a hammer. Here we also see a newspaper whose front page mentioned how this farmer hanged himself. Here we find out that this may be the same farmer's son whose dad hanged himself because of the company. Now Lena is with Joris and starts talking to him. He understands. He says, I will talk to you alone. Lena tells Jor that I have found out what your trick is, to which Jor says that I will get you a good job too, don't tell anyone. Lena tells him that I have all your data. Now the killer walks into the middle of his friends. His friend thinks that his friend is Jor, who is wearing this mask, and starts joking with him. The killer now picks up the mower and cuts his throat. There was blood everywhere in the water. Senior Head was also watching all this. She quickly runs away to save her life. Meanwhile, the project head also comes out after eating. The killer man puts a rope around her neck and drags her, and hangs it up with a rope. Everyone goes out after hearing its sound. They all get scared seeing this killer. Instead of saving their head, they start running away. Jor runs into the forest and gets caught in the killer's trap. The rope cuts off the top of his head. He is badly injured, bleeding profusely, but still alive. He gets up and runs away. He runs to the pond where Lena is already there. Maskman is right behind them. They both sit on the wooden plank and float into the middle of the pool, which saves their lives, and the Maskman returns to the hotel. Joris asks Lena to give me this pen drive. If not, I will throw you in the water, and she does so. She gives it to him. As he grabs the pen drive, he kicks Lena, which causes Lena to fall into the water, causing her boat to lose balance and fall into the water. Maskman grabs Lena's friend's hair. She cuts her hair with scissors and escapes for her life. Jor thinks that the killer is now in the forest, so Jor goes back to the hotel. There the old woman begins to stitch up Jor's head. She tells Joris that our company may have the same employee who was fired before our company was brought on the project. That is why he has come here to take revenge on all of us. Joris thinks that if he is a friend of this old lady, he will not say anything to her, but he will kill me, so he takes out his bike and runs away alone. Meanwhile, that masked killer reaches the old woman. The old woman tells him that I already told the company not to fire you, but no one listened to me. The old lady takes off his mask to explain to him. When she takes off the mask, she sees that inside it is not her friend but someone else. She gets very scared seeing him. The killer also attacks his head and kills him very badly. The killer has set up traps everywhere to trap them. As Jors is riding his bike, a nailed piece of wood on the way punctures his tire and he has a very bad accident. The rest of the survivors go to the kitchen and find a newspaper near the body of the innkeeper, which mentions the corpse of the farmer. Now Lena had also reached back to the hotel. All of them understood that all this is the work of the farmer's son. Now these people make a plan to kill this killer. They pick up whatever is in their hands. Now they go out to the forest. In the forest they also see this killer. He was standing in front of them. Now they get scared seeing him and start running separately. Lena's friend gets caught in a trap made by the killer. It was made of iron. Now the killer has reached her. As soon as he starts to kill her, she slips her foot and attacks him. The iron rod in her hand hits the killer in the eye. Now he screams in pain and she runs away. Lena and her friend take the slide to the other side, and when they reach the middle, her friend sees that the killer has set a trap on the other side. There were long iron rods. Lena's friend liked Lena. He didn't want to see her die at all, so he switched sides before he got there. And he himself goes to the iron rod, which kills him on the spot. Now 2 workers were left behind in the forest. One of them was an old man. The killer came to him and cut off his ear with an iron knife and then put a noose around his neck and started dragging him. Now he starts hammering the drill machine into his eye. Meanwhile, another worker sprays gas on his face and sets it on fire with a letter, which burns his mask, but his face is saved. Now the killer picks up a big knife to kill them. Lena's friend comes from behind and attacks her neck with a shovel, which separates her head from her body. We then see Joris, who is not yet dead, heading into the forest, appearing to intercept him as he proceeds to kill him. Lena also stands up and confronts him. His head, which was half severed, Lena grabs his head and separates it. Only his brain has gone out and he also dies. Joris knew that if she survived, it would reveal all my secrets and all the murders would fall on me. Now the police had also reached there and took the remaining people to the hospital. Dead bodies were seen everywhere. It was quite a scary scene. Just because of one mistake of Jor, so many people lost their lives. Only 4 of them were alive, and this is where the movie ends. If you like our explanation, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks.